Greetings shipmates, and welcome to another episode of Let's Make Mistakes. Today we are taking out the Tier 8 Lexington. This is in a battle post fix 8.0.2, which addressed some flak issues, excessive use of flak at Tier 8. Matchmaking has been reasonable with Tier 8 against Tier 9 ships, so let's see what goes on. So in my traditional fashion, I shall be heading off with my rocket bombers first. Good range on them, good speed, good chance to evade if we've seen anything that can cause us too much of a problem. And hopefully some good spotting as well without losing all of our aircraft. So we're going to pop around over to A at the moment. I'm going to nip through the back. Because this is a domination game, I'm not going to rush around the cap now. I'm just going to help the Jervis get in, get some spotting done, and hopefully we can keep these nasty little DDs away from him long enough for him to make it into the cap and start capturing the objective. In the meantime, I'm going to have a quick look at that Megami because he's there. Let's have a see how our AA flak is going to look. Well, that's not too bad. He's taken 7k, and we found the 46 as well, so it's worth a little pop out, little jog on the throttles, try and avoid some of this flak, and try and dive back into here. Right, Jervis is in. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go and help the Jervis out a little bit with these rocket planes. One squadron's already peeled off. I'm expecting them to bring back some friends. We'll leave that over his head. Just to help him out, and then we'll turn back around for this 46. Now his attack profile, he's going to come in one of two ways. We're just going to keep a little eye on that for a minute for him, but fortunately he's left his AA guns running, which is going to allow me to have a nice little attack run on him early and do 660 damage. We feel powerful now, don't we? But we have lost that squadron. Probably to the proximity of the Megami. So I'm going to take off with some torpedo bombers now. We have got enough rockets on deck to go again, but the 46 is likely to push towards that cap and stop for smoke. And the chances are I'm not going to get there before he smokes up, which makes hitting him not impossible, just a bit difficult. But it can be done, and he did have his AA guns on, so it is a potential option. However, I'm going to go with torpedo bombers instead, because if he does go for smoke, he's more likely to want to leave that. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to capture the objective straight off, and the Jervis is in full retreat. But we are going to push down. There he goes. So he's going for the smoke as we thought he probably would do. Let's put that right in front of him there, because then he's more likely to want to go forwards than backwards, and that's going to knacker his smoke up. Make it a complete waste of time for him, and there he goes. He's moving away from that now. Now, again, we're trying to dodge some of this heavy flak we're under. Heavy flak. And we're going to go around and have another run. We could heal at this point, but the chances are we're going to go back and get rockets. So he's probably around there somewhere. Drop them off. Then I'm going to pull this squadron out. Just get clear of the flak. Use that last little bit of boost to do so. And then I'm going to send him back to the carrier. Right, so good news is we managed to hit something in there and get it defended. So we're going to take the rocket planes back because we've got 4 ships on station there. What we're probably going to need to do is drop them off some support, and then we're going to think about where we want to move the CV hull to. Because right now I am backed up to the edge of the map. You can hear the annoying noise from the engines. That's only because of my detection radius, you see. It's quite high. So I just like to bring the carrier back. I can bring it forwards afterwards once you see where the push is happening. But right now we're just going to need to do some patrolling around here. The CV doesn't seem too worried about this flank right now. Jean-Bart coming into the cap. Right, that smoke's dissipating. Let's start a bomb run, see what we can find. 46, let's run. And look at all this flak we are going through. There we go, there's a Shirasu. But our bomb run's ended. And look at the amount of damage we are taking on our aircraft. We have lost the whole lot to Helena's fire. Has to be Helena. We'll have to check that at the end of the game. Obviously not too impressed with that. Right, what we got? They've lost the Mayhan now. That's from the other side of the map. To try and get into this cap. We do have a points advantage at the moment, but it's so early in the game it doesn't really matter too much. That Jean Bart not looking like he wants to push into the cap. Again, the CV is not really paying too much attention to these ships around here. That Nagato, on the other hand, doesn't look like it's moving very quickly. Planes have been detected, so they're going to know what's coming next. But I think I can drive straight over the top of the Nagato and then come back at him the other way. But is he about to beach that in the island? We might have to make a very, very last minute adjustment to our bomb run here if he does beach. Is he going to beach? No, he's not. Right, so we're just going to keep adjusting, drop in there, and we're going to fly out over the top. Oh, forgot about him. But I want to keep these bad boys alive, so I'm going to run the hill. Right, we got 3 torpedo hits and a flood on that Nagato. And if we slow... Oh, that's annoying. Didn't manage to get off enough boost. But we have managed to get the squadron out. No, we're not going to get a run down that Nagato. I'm thinking we're probably going to go for the Jean Bart now. Because he's facing up on this side. It's not very easy to get into the Nagato. We might be able to do the Jean Bart and then turn around and come back. Let's see what happens here. So we're starting to take heavy AA fire on the run. I'm going to drop these off right next to him because of the arming time. Then we're going to push out, turn that way, then we're going to square up, then we're going to turn again, square up, slow down, increase speed. And we've managed 2 torpedo hits but no flood. I mean, the planes aren't healthy enough to make another run, so they're going to go back to the CV. And obviously there's a 46 problem we're going to have to go and take care of. The aircraft carrier is detected. So I need to find this 46 very, very quickly. So I know he's inside my proximity range. Here he is. So obviously been watching a few too many videos. Now, I'm going to drop the plane there just so I can get out further. And I can turn and get a full broadside run at him because we're going to need to do that. And then we are going to have to think about moving the CV pretty damn quickly here. Well, I'm going to keep the ship staying nose on for the minute, and that's fine. I want it to stay bow on. Now, I've only got 1 rocket plane left in this run, and it's not very healthy now, but I've got 4 on deck, so we're going to go straight to those quickly. He's not got a lot of health, but we need to make absolutely sure, so I'm going to just change my attack profile slightly. I'm not going to commit to that attack run because it's the electrical's too big. I'm not going to get a good strike. I can see he's getting very, very close now, which is causing me some concern. But this is a much better attack run profile now. Hopefully we can finish him off before he turns to get his torpedoes out. And there we go, job done. Now it's time to start moving the hull. Now they know where I am. I'm going to start heading over this way. The best he was going to do was get one into my bow as he was starting to turn, and there they go. He's actually managed to get none in. So we've set the course. We're going to send the torpedoes back up and see if we can get some runs going on that Megami over there. And hopefully at some point soon the CV is going to start moving. It's not very quick to start his engines, of course. It's quite a big ship. So our Yugamo was broken through like their 46 did. He got very, very close. Not sure what we're going to be able to do with this Megami because of his AA, but if we can maybe at least try and keep our Jervis. No, he's a gunner, I'm afraid. That's a shame. Now it looks like the Megami's already started turning in. He has. Obviously anticipating the torpedoes. Let's drop them there on his nose because we need the time for arming. That Helena's pretty low. Let's have a run at that because she's not moving. Right, I'm going to use some boost now. I'm going to need a recharge on that. So we need to try and make sure. We're trying to save some of our ships because everyone's gone suicide now for some bizarre reason. Is she going to keep reversing that? Most likely. Maybe we'll get 2 in there. Send them out the other side. Maybe we get the job done, maybe we don't. Luckily we have. Right, I'm going to have to pop round and have a little look for this Megami, because unsurprisingly she's heading in my general direction now. It looks like she's just about to come into my perimeter as well. Really need to make her turn around. Otherwise we're going to lose the ship. We'll probably win the game, but we'll probably lose the ship. So she has going to have to come round that island there, so I'm going to try and torpedo her, because at worst she's going to beach, at best she's going to eat torps. So we're on our bomb run again. Hopefully we're going to make this. I'm going to have to heal because I really need to make this run. They're going across the bow. Seaview's moving at pace. Don't know if we've hit him yet. It doesn't look like we have. So let's try and get some bombers over there pretty damn quick. At worst, I just need to make him change course and move away from me. Now, getting a bomb run on anything that's manoeuvring isn't that easy, but the torpedoes did make him stay on course at least, so he didn't actually close his distance to me. Lexington's not a particularly quick ship. We're going to have to contend with some flak on the way in, but we are going to go in. Oh, now the mouse moved again. That is a bug. No, that is lethargic damage if ever I've seen it. We did nothing there, but we did slow them down. Maybe if we're lucky we can get the engine. But now I'm in self-preservation because it's now looks like everybody else has done the same thing and got themselves killed. Yeah, I know we've gone through the flat cloud, but my aircraft carrier is still detected. I need to get something done here. Oh my days, this is not happening. She's turning away though, so every cloud has a silver lining. Let's try and get in a bit closer behind, just playing with the throttles. But as our first runs didn't go too well, I'm not sure quite why they were being so problematic. Finally we got some damage on. Now how many rocket planes do we have? Rocket planes do decent damage. She's down to 5,000 hit points. Now if we'd have had the Tiny Tims on for this game, we'd have been able to do a bit more damage. What we got left? We got a Rune chasing down a Yonbar. That's not going to go well. This is going to end up being a table for 1 by the looks of things. But maybe, just maybe, if we can get rid of this one, that's going to help us. Right, slow down a little bit. Right, now let's get in there. Pray for good RNG. We are the last hope as well. How about that? That's not what you want to hear, is it? Really? Right, now I've got a broadside, so if these hits, this should be good damage. It is. And those are going straight back to the CV, and we are sending up torpedo bombers to the Leon. At the moment we've got 6 minutes 30 left and we're holding 3 caps, so that Leon rather, is probably going to be going for D. I'm going to just stop the CV there for a minute and go and head over and see if I can take care of him. What we up to? 62,000 damage so far. Planes are detected, so we know he's around. Here he is, so he's got to come around the island now. He's got to go for this cap. So I'm going to come across round the side of him here to get onto his port side to attack. Because at worst he's going to turn in towards me and that'll take him away from the objective. But well, I think we're going to see here how impossible it is to actually bring down ships to the knees on their own. I might be pleasantly surprised. I might be absolutely amazed. Unlikely, I think. That's the first lot out. Now the Leon's quite a fast battleship, so at worst that's going to give me an idea of how much lead I need to take for the next run. Quite a lot. Now we can't afford to lose these aircraft. We have got to keep resetting this guy at worst. We're going to give him more lead this time. Pushed her around there. That's quite a long lead because they are very slow torpedoes. But practice makes perfect. Right, the good news is we managed to put the flood in there. Now I'm going to need all of my boost and everything to get this done. So it looks like he's keeping the hammer down. Unfortunately the CV hull's detected because I'm under heavy attack. Big lead across him again. That's going to go there. They're on the way back. Let's see if we can get the CV hull down there. And we'll set our sector there. Then we're going to bring up some dive bombers. We got 3 torpedoes into the Leon. We're going to try and see what we can do with the dive bombers. We know he's flooded already. Perhaps we can get a fire on him. Maybe he'll burn down. It's all a lot of ifs and buts at the moment, but I'm just trying to preserve the score time. Try not to go through the flak. See the ordnance leaving him, which means it's on the way to me. We didn't get the fire, but we did get a reset. Unfortunately the hull's on fire now though. We probably should have just moved that closer to the A line earlier on in the game. That probably would have been more preferable. Really need this fire. Really need RNG to play with me. There's the fire. So we've got half a chance now. Not much, but we've got half a chance. We've got 2 planes left. Just going to drop in my high altitude. I can see incoming from a DD coming in behind me as well, the Shiratsuyu. So we're going to go for him next. Looks like we got the Leon, which is handy. What we got left? We got 3 minutes left on the battle timer. We got no health on the DD though. No health or other on the hull, CV hull. So I have to go and find the Shiratsuyu. Now I know he's around here because the planes are detected, and most certainly he's going to be setting a beeline straight for me. Oh, there he is. That's a frustration. I do also see that their CV is coming for me, and my health is not good, so I'm completely reliant on the hull getting a fighter up, which it seems to have done. The air-to-air has been activated. My sector is set for that side as well. 2,600 damage on the first pass. Let's play in a second, keeping an eye down there, praying that RNG's on my side. Have they got through? Have they not? Ah, and unfortunately I've gone down. That was close, very close. We was on our own for a long time in that game. But there was a lot of flak bursts. We flew through quite a lot of different tiers there, so it made it quite interesting, I thought. Where did we end up? 112,000 damage. We got 10 defending ribbons, 16 torpedoes, 4 hits, 4 ships down. That was so nearly the Kraken if we'd have survived that last bomb drop. What we could have done was we could have taken off and dropped some fighters off on the way. That probably would have helped us in hindsight. But it is what it is. We came top of the table despite the loss. Detailed report. This is where we want to look for what did the damage. So the Megami, does it show on there? No, not how many planes. He took 41 aircraft lost. So were they the Megami or the Jean Bart? It was a pretty even spread. I mean, the tier 9 ships, not really a lot of difference from the tier 7s. Not a lot of difference there. Not a lot of difference there either. Yeah, always a shame to end on a loss, but it wasn't a bad tier 8 game, I thought, in the current meta. Please like, subscribe, and add any comments below. Until we sync again, Bravadoh out.